So they are offering a ton of free courses, free software that OpenAI, which is the parent company of ChatGPT, Microsoft, Google, there are a lot of companies that put out free training for these things because they know that they're not going to have a viable business in a year or two if no one wants to learn how to use it, right? So they are putting things out. I don't know if you do Google alerts, but set your Google alerts for that kind of stuff. I would subscribe to some AI periodicals. There are some amazing podcasts out there that do weekly updates on the new AI stuff, which is how I stay in touch. ChatGPT has a task feature, which you can go in and I get daily updates about massive AI updates that I might have missed, just so that I can, I want to be able to speak to everything. So every morning in my inbox, I get the top 5 things that happened in AI yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's something you can set up through ChatGPT. If you don't know how to do it, what do? Ask ChatGPT. How do I set up task with you so that I want to get, daily summaries of what happened in my industry, and how people in my industry are using AI. It can do that. If you want to do it weekly, do it weekly. But the easiest thing to do is to ask ChatGPT how to use it.
Right.
Because it's its own best tutor.
Right.
Right. So
I love it.
That's what I would say. I would say just familiarize yourself with the tools, learn how to work with them. I keep saying tools, but again, I'm going to emphasize that in your brain, you should position it as an assistant, as a collaborator.
Yeah.
It's going to change a lot of jobs, but it's also going to create a lot of jobs.
Right.
So
Right.
I think with like automations and tying tools together, that's the kind of stuff where you set it, you test it, and then you forget it. Obviously, you go through every now and again and make sure everything's working. But with LLMs and any sort of like a ChatGPT or strategic AI, you always got to double check the work. There's a term called one-shotting, which you probably know about, but that's the lazy part, right? So one-shot means you do your first prompt, whatever comes out, copy, paste, you're done. Another term is coming out called slop, which AI slop is a thing that you'll start to see. LinkedIn is the big place for it, but you'll start to see it in more social media content where this is slop. This is clearly just a copy and paste it.
Yeah.
And human in the loop is where we Taptico. That's why we're here, is because having a human in the loop, which is what you're just referring to, is having a human kind of check it, right? So it's almost like having a football coach and AI agents and your AI tools and your LLMs and all that stuff for the football players, but you're making sure that they're doing their job.
Right.
You have the playbook. This is what we need to do on this play. Okay, the left tackle didn't do the right thing. Coach him up. Right. So having a human in the loop to maintain quality, because without good quality, it's going to die anyway. So I would always thoroughly recommend that the human stays in the loop as much as possible.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's talk about what you got coming up next at Taptico.
Yeah. So fired up about our podcast.
I know.
This is great.
I'm excited about it.
So myself, Dave, and Tribble, we will be coming in here regularly to do some podcasting, and through that, Dave is he's my boy. I love him. He's my brother, but he is not tech savvy. He is actually one of the many reasons why I want to bring him in is because he isn't tech savvy. So he really is the end user. So he's kind of our guinea pig when it comes to communicating how to teach these things.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is this podcast. It's not named yet, but Dave will be interviewing Tribble and I, probably alternating on different tools and how to use them.
Cool.
So he'll be coming from a very approachable, probably the same way 99.9% of the world will be approaching AI with the same questions, and we're going to be walking him through that and answering those questions. Tribble will be focused more on the content creation, so the imagery, the video, the 11 labs, the voice stuff, all of those things. Whereas I'll be coming more from the strategic side with Claude's Groks, the anything else, any of the tools from an operational standpoint that would make sense for small business owners And yeah, we'll be doing some live demos for the video podcast, all that kind of
Love it.
stuff. And because things change so quickly, we're going to do these pretty rapidly and getting them out. But also, we want to be searchable. So all the stuff we
Right.
just talked about, we're doing that for our own search engine optimization, which, yeah, answer engine optimization. Yeah. So
What do you think we're doing here?
exactly, right? We're
We got
practicing what we preach.
We got to practice what we
Yep.
preach. Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
yeah, one thing that I will say is I'm pretty fired up about. I use a tool to record all of our meetings, live and virtual, called Fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
And Fireflies.ai, it records everything. After the meeting, you can have it send out a summary, a full transcript, and action items based on the speaker. So it's a full written copy of everything you just talked about, so you can remain in the meeting and in the task tension is what we call it, where you're like, yeah, and then we can do this and do this without having to stop and take notes. But then you can tie
I wish
it,
that was around in my corporate career.
right? It's insane. But then you can tie it into Google Docs or
Yeah.
your Slack, and it will send those automatically send those into your internal task management platforms. And then you can create Asana tasks. So it assigns the Asana task to the people
I like it.
and this is all through
Uh-huh.
a meeting recording, which is phenomenal. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of really cool tools that will make life a lot easier for
Yeah.
people.
That's
But
super cool.
not just life easier, but also more productive and better follow through and execution. So
Yeah. Yeah.
really fired up about that.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be putting together some of those workflows and putting those out there on our socials as kind of a free and easy way to level up your business if you can't quite afford us just yet.